Million-dollar accounts, shiny cell phones, amazing luxury mansions, beautiful women, and fast cars. This is the life enjoyed by some of the best players on the planet. So today, we're going to take a look at some of the most expensive cars owned by football players. At number 10, we have Lionel Messi's Pagani Zonda Tricolore. This is a super fast car and isn't something you get to see every day. Lionel Messi also happens to be a very unique player, and we're not going to see anyone like him once he hangs his boots. Therefore, it isn't surprising to see that the Argentine legend is the proud owner of the Pagani Zonda, which cost him $1.7 million. But here's a fun fact. Pagani produced only 3 units of this particular model. And while Messi's car collection is quite vast, nothing in his garage tops the Pagani Zonda Tricolore. When you're Zlatan, you need to drive in style. So, when he turned 34, the outspoken Swedish striker decided to gift himself a Ferrari Monza SP2. The total price of the car is $1.7 million, but when you're Zlatan, you don't need to worry about such things. Interestingly, the Swedish transport agency revealed that Zlatan had not registered this car for several months. Whatever the fine was, must have been a drop in the ocean for the rich Swede. The Monza reaches speeds of 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds, and we're sure that it can do even better since Zlatan's at the wheel. But if you thought that Zlatan's purchase was crazy, check out the car that Samuel Eto'o owns. The legendary former Cameroon international has amassed quite a lot of wealth thanks to his storied career that has seen him play for the likes of Barcelona, Anzi, and Chelsea. The former striker loves to live the high life and, like most footballers, has his own luxury car collection. If you were to visit his garage, there's one car that stands out: the Aston Martin 177. This is a very rare sports car because there's only 77 of them around the world. The car costs around $1.8 million, but hey, when you're Eto'o, money is subjective. It might have taken him a few years to win the Ballon d'Or, but Karim Benzema is definitely one of the finest strikers in the game today. The Frenchman has been scoring goals for fun in recent years. But what we don't know about Benz is that he's also a huge fan of luxury cars. In fact, the Real Madrid man happens to be the proud owner of the Bugatti Veyron Persong. This beauty is Benzema's most expensive purchase and cost him $1.9 million. Quite a speed devil, this car reaches speeds of 400 kilometers per hour. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the richest athletes on the planet and has won pretty much everything there is to win in football. The legendary Portuguese striker has amassed quite a fortune for himself over the years, so affording a high lifestyle isn't that big of a deal for him. Naturally, his lavish spending also includes fast cars, and the sporting icon has a garage full of cars that will make us all salivate. The former Real Madrid striker spent $2 million on the Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport, and really, who can blame him? This is one of the fastest cars on the planet, is great at sharp turns, and looks sleek AF. John Terry might not look like the most fashionable athlete on the planet, but the former Chelsea defender is a man of taste when it comes to cars. The Englishman spent $2.2 million on a rare antique car from the 1960s, the Ferrari 275 GTB. And honestly, who can blame him? The car might have been made when most of us weren't even born yet, but it is still a thing of gorgeous beauty. Here's a fun fact. John Terry was feeling down following Chelsea's 3-0 defeat to Manchester City in 2015, so in order to lighten the mood, he decided to buy this car. Well, that's one way of getting over a big loss. Asia hasn't had it so good in the Premier League. The presence of son Heung Min at Tottenham means that the continent has a proud ambassador in the best league on the planet. Son Heung Min isn't really known for his lavish lifestyle, but there's no denying that, like many of his colleagues, the Korean international has a soft spot for hypercars. Ferrari LaFerrari is one of the rarest Ferraris in the world. Only 499 units were made, and Son is the owner of one of those. It might have cost him around 3 million euros, but wouldn't you do the same if you could? This is Ferrari's most powerful street-legal supercar, which is normally painted red. However, Spurs flatly told their star forward that he'd have to ditch the red colors because the color reminds them of a certain club in London that they absolutely loathe. Other than that, Son also has Maserati's first ever SUV, Levante, in his garage, along with a Range Rover, a Bentley Continental GT, and an Audi R8 Coupe. A ride for every occasion is how you should live. But how can you talk about fast cars and footballers and completely ignore Neymar, one of the most extravagant football players of our generation? The Brazilian star is the flashiest player on the pitch, and when he's on song, he's a treat to watch. The legendary forward also has his own fleet of luxury and supercars, and one of his most expensive cars is the Lamborghini Veneno, which he purchased for nearly £4 million. But that's not the only expensive car Neymar has. He also owns VW's Lykan Hypersport, a beast of a supercar that cost another £3 million. Clearly, Neymar knows how to spend his money. Keeping things at PSG, we go now to Kylian Mbappe's garage, which is absolutely stacked with the best cars that money can buy. From the Bugatti Chiron to the Koenigsegg Agera to the Lamborghini Aventador, the French forward loves his cars. And although the cars might not be as expensive as the ones owned by his peers, it is clear that Mbappe has a very unique taste when it comes to buying cars. We've already talked about how Ronaldo happens to love cars and is a passionate buyer. If he likes a particular car, he'll make sure that he gets the keys. The Portugal International's fleet includes the Bugatti Chiron, which is priced at $3 million. The car is a marvel of immaculate engineering, is fast, and is befitting of one of the greatest players of all time. But Ronaldo's excessive spending on fast cars does not stop at the Bugatti Chiron. In 2019, Ronaldo decided to pre-order Bugatti's latest release, the Bugatti Voiture Noire. And the former Manchester United man had to wait patiently for 2 years before he could experience the drive. When you're a legendary player and have mounds of cash, you need to make a purchase that's the only one of its kind. This hypercar cost Ronaldo $18.6 million and is rightfully one of the most expensive cars in the world. So the next time you see La Voiture Noire parked near you, you can be sure that Ronaldo is somewhere around. Now, while a lot has been made out of the rivalry shared between Lionel Messi and Ronaldo on the football pitch, it appears that the two men love to try and overtake one another off the field as well. In 2016, Messi paid 32 million euros for a 1957 Ferrari 335S Spider Scaglietti. Reportedly, the Argentine great won the car at an auction and actually won the bid over Ronaldo, who also wanted the car that was driven by the legendary Sterling Moss at the Cuban Grand Prix in 1958. Bidding for this classical car started at 20 million euros, and we can already imagine both Messi and Ronaldo leaving other bidders behind and creating a competition of their own for a car that was driven by the greatest driver never to win the World Championship. At least Sir Sterling would be looking down from the heavens knowing that his ride now belongs to a current legend. Wow, well, that was quite a doozy. We absolutely loved all the cars in this list and certainly hope that you felt the same. Before we say adieu, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you can always be the first to know about all of our weekly content uploads. We'll see you next time.